Hello, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on, I put Tuesday. I was just like, won't this be handy if I type in the date right here so I don't have to look around? And then I put in the totally wrong day, Monday, December 13th. So we started with Charles, and this has the RL movement. So you're going from Charles. Keep making sound the whole time as your tongue moves from the R position to the L position and then the Z. Charles. And the vowel is ah. So I spelled it with an AH to remind you that it's ah, like awesome. So open, cha, Charles. Single syllable, loans, and the vowel is O, like home. So I put OU to remind you that it's not just a single O, like loans, but O. You're starting even more with an than an O. So your tongue is very low in the middle, and then you finish with an U. So it's moving O, loans. And it looks like an S, but it sounds like a Z. This is here in case it helps you to think of low, like high, low. Um, and then as in Z, loans. Debt has a silent B. So just forget about it. It's de. I put EH to remind you that it's like head, debt. So your jaw shouldn't open very much, debt. And you hold the T if it's at the end of the word. End of the sentence. I have a lot of debt. Hold it. But if the word after it begins with a vowel, um, what is what's something that would come after it? Debt on, debt on. I have a lot of debt on my credit cards. Something debt on. Then you would hear debt on, but debt on. Actually, dead on. That T will change to a D because it's between two vowels. It might sound like dead on, but you won't hear the T if it's by itself. Dead. Dad. I should put a little mark there to remind you you don't have to release the D if it's all by itself. Dad. If there's a word after it that begins with a vowel, dad is cool. Dad is. Then you'll hear it connect to the I. And the vowel is ah. So the lips are back and the jaw is very open. Da, dad. Bowl. So while my jaw is very low and open for and the lips rounded for O, bowl, I have to raise my jaw a little to get the tongue in the high enough position to touch to make the L and hold it in the L position a little longer to make the L noise. Bowl. Bowl. Hold it there. Bowl. So now when it connects to the word with a vowel after it, you'll hear it. Bola. Bola soup. You won't say of, just say bola. Bowl of soup or cup of soup. Soup, speaking of which, the difference between soup and soap. Soup, you can hold your pee, hold your pee until there's a word with a vowel after it. Soup of the day, then you'll hear it. But just ooh, soup. And 10 is oh, soap, soap, ball. So now open, ah, and keep your lips straight, not back. So the difference between ah? What did we have? Oh, dad. That was ah. This is ah, ba, ball, ball, bowling, bowling, bald. So this is the same as 11, but you're finishing with a D, but you won't hear the D if I just had it at the end of the sentence. You're bald. You won't hear it. You're bald. You won't hear the duh because I'm holding it in the D position. Bald. But if there's a word after it, like bald eagle, now you'll release the D. Bald eagle. Bald eagle. Bold. Same thing. You won't hear the D until it's released. Oh, okay. This little mark I'm putting after the D's is just my way. It's not official. Just a way of saying hold it. I should put it with the P's too. Hold your P. Bold, bold. And this looks like, and it could be 3 syllables, privileged, but we're shortening it, dropping the middle syllable and making it 2 syllables, privileged. Again, don't release the D. Privileged. Privileged. It's weird going from a V. While I'm making my V, my tongue is going up for the L at the same time. Privileged. So privileged. And then you'll hear it if there's a vowel after it. Privileged upbringing. Thing. This NG combination is here. This is its own unique sound because it's not an N, which is made in the front here, in. This is the back in the same position as the G and the K, but your tongue holds it there. The back of your tongue touches the back of the top of your mouth, closes off the airflow from the mouth, so it has to go through the nose. Thing. And if you're doing it correctly, if you squeeze your nose closed, you won't be able to keep doing it because it's closing off the airflow. Thing. That's the test. And think with a K at the end is exactly the same position as 16, thing, but you finish with a K. So now you're releasing the K with airflow. Think, think. You don't have to if it's by itself. Like, what do you think? It might sound just like 16. What do you think? But you'll hear it if it's connecting to a vowel. What do you think of it? Think of it. The V will connect to the I. Think of it. And the K connects to the O. Paul. I'm using ah. More East Coast dialects will use an aw, which is the same aw, but with rounded lips. I'm using ah as in hot, so my lips aren't rounded. Paul. Paul, very similar to 11, ball, but with voiceless p at the beginning. Paul. Pole. So now you round your lips. O. Pole. Same sound as goal. Audit. The first vowel is ah, like awesome. Audit. Hold the T. If it's past tense, audited. This T will change to a D. So now it's audited. 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 All of these have the same position, oo, and then ending with L. So it's almost 2 syllables. I divided them here so it would look like 2 syllables to remind you you're making a movement from your lips being rounded, oo, to unrounded for the L. Cool. You don't have to make it so exaggerated. It can be cool. But if you don't round your lips enough, it won't sound enough like an oo. And if you don't unround your lips, it won't have a good L. Cool. School. Tool. Pool. Too cool for school. Shin. So sh is the sound like you're telling somebody shh. Shin. And the vowel is I, like hit. So if it sounds like sheen, your tongue is too high. Keep it a little lower. Sheen, shin. It's common. Shin splints. Thumb has a silent B. So forget about it. You're just closing your lips for the M. Thumb. And the vowel is thumb. 25 is the noun pronunciation. Pronunciation. And 26 is the verb pronounce. And this is ow, pronounce. And it came up, why am I putting a T here? I don't really have to, but I wanted you to think of making a voiceless S, pronounce. When your tongue goes up for the noun and you pull it down a little bit for the S, it's releasing from the roof of your mouth and a little T will happen. Anyway, pronounce. It's the same prince, prince. Whether you put a T in there or not, moving from the N to the S sound will create one. Prince. Princess. This could be cess, but I'm using my accent. Princess. And wool is another word with 2 O's, but it has a whole different vowel. The vowel is like took. Wool. So wool. You could even think of it as just moving from a W to an L and making the L noise. Wool. Wool. That's it. We didn't have too many words, but we got a lot of practice and answered a lot of questions. So if you were here tonight, I'm so glad we had a lot of good questions and practice, and I hope to see you again. And if you weren't, I hope to see you. Thanks. Have a good evening.